We're on our way to Kearsarge. It's pretty windy, but we'll give you a look at Half Dome as we're passing through Yosemite here. And we are headed out that way, and then that way, and then back. Oh, and there, Clouds Rest. We were supposed to go off that one in May, and the snow canceled our trip. Oh well. Yep, there it is, Yosemite. Passing through Yosemite, down Kearsarge Pass, and holy cow, is there a line of cars coming in, even on a Sunday morning. We left Berkeley around 6:30. It's now almost noon. We're just about out of Yosemite on our way down to Bishop. Be at Kearsarge in a couple hours. Yeah, wow, what a line. Anyway, there's Yosemite. We'll show you a little shot at Kearsarge. Ascending Kearsarge Pass with a huge number of cars in front of us. You gotta make sure you don't get going too fast because your brakes will heat up quick when you drop 6,000 feet. East of the Sierras. This is where we really like to be. Closing in on Independence. We got that, and we got that. We just turned off at Independence onto Market Street, which becomes Onion Valley Road. Kind of shooting into the sun here, but that's what we're up against. Getting there. We made it to Onion Valley. There's our tent behind the bear box. And what a place. Look at that. And that. And a little creek flowing right through the campground. And tomorrow we come over here and go up. Start going up there until we get all the way up and over. Sun came up a little while ago. Our buddy Matt from Berkeley came up and stayed with us last night. He's going to go to Bristlecone Pines today. We've actually even got the creek. Can't really see it too easily, but it's right in there. Ah, it's going to be a big day. There's Roxana all ready to go. We lucked out and moved the truck last night to a spot right at the trailhead, so when we come back we can just load up and go. Matt is still over at the campsite. He's going to stay there a while and go off to the bristlecones. Here, Roxana, get a shot of me. Here's me and my unbelievably, ridiculously overloaded pack. But we're not going that far, so I should survive. And we're going up there somewhere. We'll see when we get there. Well, we are up. There's Onion Valley below us. And we are turning into the backcountry. Just getting started here. Our first view of a new mountain just poked out. I gotta tell you folks, I can't believe I'm doing this. There it is. There's that parking lot I've seen in so many videos. Now it's in my video, behind me. Oh, am I ever happy. A little hazy, but boy, some nice mountains to be walking in. Entering the John Muir Wilderness. And creek flowing down the stairs. And it's dripping all around me. It's dripping there. Oh yeah, real good flow there. You can hear the waterfall. Oh, we can see it. We're gonna get a good look in a minute. There's the waterfall. We made it to the little waterfall. Kind of hazy out there. Here's our first lake. Pack train, a couple mules loaded full of supplies, heading up. And back we go. Some young guys hiking past us here. Big pile of boulders. And we're gonna go back into a little forest. There he goes. He's riding a horse and he's got two mules with the packs. What a life he's got, huh? And over here is Gilbert Lake. Just making our way up. We're getting there. Just over 11,000 feet, and there is Heart Lake down below us. Roxana's up there on the switchbacks, making our final ascent here. Well, we just turned a pretty major corner here, folks. Wow. Okay, we're going out that way. And then somewhere up over there is the pass. A neat little, I'm gonna have to look it up because I'm really not sure. These almost look like they might be limber pines. It seems more likely they would be pinyon pines. It's either a pinyon pine or limber pine forest up here. There'll be a note on the video. Probably says it on your screen already. Can we just notice she's got the Chanel glasses and her bracelet and fingernails match her shirt. This is chatting with some guys on their way down. A lot of people go up and come down just for the day, and it's amazing how fast they go and what kind of shape they're in. We're doing all right. Yeah, I'm mentioning just about the only thing about our gear. Most people are way more advanced than us anyway, but we tie stuff on with ropes rather than elastic straps that can shift around. No, we tie it tight with ropes. I'm carrying way too much. I'm probably carrying 50 pounds. But I wanted to have some extra gear, and I said, what the heck, I'll torture myself a little bit. So those Z-rests are about the only thing bunging on because they're so light. Our YouTuber Low and Slow AT told us about those. Oh, what a great idea they were. Those little seats are really comfortable and warm. It is quite cool up here. There is a tiny bit of snow. Big Pothole Lake just came into view. We got a few more switchbacks, and then it's up there. We did it. Well, I hope the camera's picking it up. We can see all the way across to Telescope Peak. Those are the edge of Death Valley over there. And we're definitely feeling the altitude, but we're dealing with it. We're not too bad. Roxana and I have been up around 9 or 10 quite a few times. We never did a big hike in it. And we're up well past 11 now, but we'll be heading back down again soon, so yeah. Altitude wise, we're dealing with it. And we made it. Here's the sign. Here's all our lakes. And it's really windy, so I'm gonna do some tripod shots and mute the sound. Coming down the last little bit. I don't know how well that's showing, but Kearsarge Lakes 0.6, Charlotte Lake 3, Ray Lake 6.7, Bullfrog Lake closed to camping, grazing, and stock. Kearsarge Basin closed to grazing and stock. No food storage boxes. And this is kind of funny. It talks about an angry, grungy street person appearance with dreadlocks and very bushy beard, holes in clothes, gray shirt, khaki pants, flat shoes, 2 white plastic sleeping bags. Well, I have dreadlocks, but sort of, what's left of them. But at least the rest of it doesn't sound very much like me. So that's the higher trail for Pacific Crest Trail people who want to keep going. It does go past Bullfrog Lake, but it's a little longer. We're going to head down this way, probably filter some water and hang out for a little bit and then try and catch Vidette before, well, I got plenty of time. Still, it's about 2 o'clock, maybe 2:30. But we made it. We're just about down there, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. For the most part, the steep parts are not that steep. It's very, there's stairs that are just like a few stairs evenly spaced, far apart, and pretty gentle switchbacks. I mean, this was not easy by any means, but it was not it was not like we didn't want to kill ourselves, and the views are so amazing. This is not one of these, you don't spend the whole time, why am I doing this, why am I doing this? No, you know why you're doing it the whole time. And when we get here, we really know why we did it. All right. It's hot. Feels like maybe a nice hot dry 80. Really can't say for sure, but sure gets cold fast once that sun goes down. I go to the desert a lot. No, in the summertime, the desert cools down 30 degrees at night from a blazing 120 to 90, or maybe 110 to 80. It's nothing. The mountains is where you have hot days and freezing cold nights. Tiny creek. Oh, this descent is pretty rough. And I definitely have way too much weight in my pack. Way too much. But we're almost there. I guess that is the Kearsarge Lakes bear box that's not in use for whatever reason. And I would call that a previously used campsite. And yeah, folks, what do you think about that? This is going to be my campsite. We're definitely at least 100 feet away from the lake. Let's go out and get a little better look. You know, some of the people watching this do this kind of stuff, so you know all about it, but I know a lot of you. I'm right there with you. This is unbelievable. I don't know if you ever really get used to this. Boy, that's a lot of weird poops. Probably some kind of bird, I don't know. Maybe some other animal. Elk. Well, we filtered our water. We're gonna have a snack and then go to see about getting a look at Vidette and Bullfrog. And kind of funny, the ranger came by. Either he saw, because I have dreadlocks and because some idiot with dreadlocks did something stupid, he had to come and check me out. Which I don't mind that I got to show him my permit, because that's kind of neat. I mean, I went to a lot of trouble to get the permit to be here, but it's just typical that some other idiot looked a little bit like me means I have to get hassled. And it turned out when the ranger just asked, oh, he could see from our permit, oh, we just came out here yesterday, and whoever they're looking for was more like a week ago. So it's kind of funny, the ranger mentioned maybe I should move some of those rocks, and then at the same time he said he was 50-50 on it because maybe people that would use a site like this should get one. I think he understood we were just too tired to select a better site. We took the first one we could find. But this is supposed to be wilderness camping, so building walls is kind of ridiculous. So what I did was spread all the rocks out. There's still basically a tent area inside of there, but it looks a little more natural than it did before. And down the Bullfrog Lake trail, hoping to get to Bullfrog Lake in time to see what's behind it before sunset. I think we're gonna make it. There's some elk to my left. Nope. Oh, that's a deer. Big deer. Roxana's making her way across the little elk trail down to the beach of Bullfrog Lake. I got the sun shining right at me, but we're gonna eat a meal here and set up the tripod. My little tablets are burning away. 3 tablets up here was good enough to get enough water boiling for our little meal. Yep, there's our dinner spot. Not bad for 16 bucks worth of permits. Cooling off fast out here. Had to get back in the sun. Get back over to the food and my jacket. Wow, we were dying in the heat just a little while ago. Sunrise is just starting to come up. There's already lots of people hiking. Yeah, that's one thing about hiking people. They're pumping so hard they don't realize how frickin' loud they are sometimes. Look at these reflections in that. Check this out. And the pass is up there. Sun's about to come over it. Yeah, see how loud those people are? When you come out here, shut the hell up in the morning. How about that? See another lake down there. Wow. What a place to wake up. And that's the Kearsarge Bear box over there, which looks like it's been turned into a weather station. I'm imagining too many people left food behind in it and it just became too much of an attraction for the animals. The sun's just coming up over there, right over the pass. Sunrise and sunset are about normal time back here. Sunset was a full 2 hours early in Onion Valley because we were so close to the mountain. Trail along the lake shore. A lot of fish stirring up the pond. Pretty good reflection though. Just a few items. Obviously the bear can. We got the big one, which was just right for 2 people and all their junk. And this Catadine water filter, oh, it's awesome. You just screw in the filter inside, hang it up. It takes up to 6 liters. We put a whole gallon in there at once. The hose just snaps on and off. Works really well. And I can't believe how good the water tasted out of here. The other thing about the altitude that we noticed most, we were feeling the altitude most when we were actually, was more like we were either hungry or dehydrated. So you gotta stay hydrated, you gotta make sure you eat enough food, or else you'll really start to feel the altitude. But you know, we made it over 11,760 and we're down here at 10.8, and it's not so bad. I mean, you feel it a little bit, especially if you try to take too many deep breaths, and honestly talking, it wears me out a little bit. Taking a little walk around. Saw a pretty big marmot run down the trail, but no, I don't see him. So there's our tent and the lake, and here is where this one lake flows into the next. And from here, you can see another lake over there. And they keep going down. There's actually 5 of these that are all right next to each other. And then they drain into Bullfrog Lake. and then keep going out. Somebody's out fishing already. Fish for golden trout here. Sierra special kind of trout. There's your golden trout. These lakes are just full of fish. There it is. Marmot. Marmot just eating away at the grass. I'm down here to collect some water. Look at that. Look how clear that is. These little birds are much more interested in getting food than they are in being worried about people. Look at this. It's coming right up to her. It just keeps hopping around here. Yeah, the fish aren't real big, but I showed you one. We could see about 10 in there. There's a lot of trout all over the place. Well, getting another look at this lower lake. See, and I know a lot of people, they start doing something like this and then they go and do the whole John Muir Trail, 200 miles, or, you know, backpack some insane mileage. We're not those people. What we are thinking is to come back here for 2 or more nights and just be able to keep exploring around this area. Some people swimming over here. Oh, a little stream. Going down into this lake. It flows down into that lake. We're about to head back. Definitely well worth the effort it took to get here. I definitely encourage anyone else that wants to try this to try it. Just pack light. Don't push yourself like I did. That wasn't smart. Otherwise, you can do this. So we're at this back lake here, and this little trail, we've seen a lot of the long distance hikers coming through because they can come around that way, from the John Muir or Pacific Crest Trail. The last shot of the lakes. The light's getting all screwy with the weird clouds, but that might keep us cool on our hike. We're gonna go back over to the tent and get ready to head out. Yeah. We left our camp down there. Sounds like some people talking on radios down there. All kinds of hikers heading out. You can see The trail there heads out to the John Muir Trail and Pacific Crest Trail. And we heading up. Making rapid progress, but this is a tough climb out of here. Steep switchbacks. The colors on that one. It's gonna level off pretty soon and then we head for the pass. Definitely intense going up. This side is this is the rough part of the hike, but we're almost there. We're just going right along to there, and we'll be out. Well, we're leaving the pass behind us. Heading down. This is the fun part here because we're a good ways out. You can see some people out there. It's just a nice gradual slope. It's all pretty gradual on this side, but this is going to be the easiest part of it. And in a little bit, we'll be at the bottom. Yeah, definitely not something that, I mean, if you're in any kind of shape at all, you can do this.
You too.
So that one guy was running because he said he had been on the trail for 11 days, and those people, they get into really good shape, and he said he was just doing a controlled fall all the way to the bottom because he was ready to get down there. But that was pretty cool. But then we ran into some other guys. Folks, if you get altitude sickness, turn around, go down. This poor kid was sick to his stomach and passed out, and they just kept him up there. And I had to talk, ran into another guy who is going up there now, and maybe they'll listen to him and bring this poor kid down, because you can't stay up if you're getting sick. You have to go back down. Roxana and I have been lucky that we feel it, but we don't get sick. But you never know who it's going to hit. You never know when it's going to hit. There's just nothing you can do about it. You can't feel bad about it. It happens to anybody and everybody. But yeah, it's very dangerous to stay up once you know you're sick. Yeah, it's kind of neat, these guys who we were talking to about trying to convince these other people to bring the kid down. They liked my hiking stick I made myself. It's got a little loop for putting the water filter on and a little screw if I want to do a monopod shot. And it's kind of funny, they were actually using the more modern trekking poles, but they thought this was a good idea, and we're liking them. Roxana's got hers. We used an aluminum broomstick for her, even lighter. Our packs look funny, but everything is very well strapped on, so it's very comfortable. Mine was way too heavy yesterday, but it's much better today. Yeah, and I'm going to put a link in the description. I'm going to put a link in the description to a video that shows you how to make this walking stick by another guy. We went all the way up and back. Ran into a lot of guys on there coming out of doing large sections of the John Muir Trail and multi-day hikes. A couple of European guys. People flew all the way over here from Europe to come and hike in these mountains. Yeah, it's not a loop, it's just an out and back hike for us, but boy, I don't know if we could ever get enough of this. Every second of it is just fantastic. People here from all, got some people from Asia below us, Europe, everywhere, Australia. There are some parts of the trail where all you do is look down. So you gotta watch where you're going. Back above Heart Lake. It's getting a lot warmer. We're just about down. Most of that out there is unfortunately smoke from forest fires. Some of it's clouds, but anyway, it did keep us cool on our way down. Kept us from getting blazed by the sun. We got a last little view of a lake, and the mountains, and yeah, we're on our way out. We're not sure where we'll spend the night tonight, but I guess you'll see that in a few minutes. So we were somewhere all the way up there. You can hear a waterfall over there. The creek flowing into Gilbert Lake. I'm standing on a large rock. Overlooking Gilbert Lake. We're just about down. I can see the mountains in Death Valley right across there, but I'm not sure if they'll show up for you. A lot of smoke from forest fires out there. Well, down we go. About to head back into Onion Valley, and look at that smoke. It's definitely coming from down there. That is a forest fire smoke. Now look up that way, you can see. It's a little more clear. Alright folks, this will show you. Look at how we can see the mountains. And look out there. I had to get a little desert since we were so close to it. Got some nice Joshua trees out here. And some empty roads. We got in here about 10. We saw, well, our last cars were way out there on the main road. We saw one car go by last night. No people. That's the one thing I'll say about the wilderness. It's not that wilderness. I mean, most of the wilderness, it's so popular. There are so many people out there. We couldn't go 5 minutes without seeing another person. There's nobody out here. We'll go back through Yosemite on our way home, but you've already seen that, so unless something really cool happens, like a bear or something, which I doubt, this will be the end of it, and I hope you guys had a really good time with us. Alright, see you next time.